The Nets, they got an okay return. Mikal Bridges is pretty good. Cam Johnson's pretty good. I don't really. The Nets, it's really tough because they traded everything. They moved everything to get KD and Kyrie.
Mm-hmm.
And now they're both gone, so they're in such a weird, weird space.
Joey got a lot to say. He's just frustrated with this deadline.
Like, I don't know what the Nets are right now. They don't seem to have an identity.
Oh, Joey, get it off, man.
So,
get off your chest. I know you had a lot to say about this trade.
Are you a Nets fan?
Yeah.
Okay, so how are you feeling now?
Well, first of all, Cam Thompson is a walking bucket. Let me just say that.
Listen, man.
Why is he not starting?
That is weird.
Oh, we'll have another New York fan rant.
Listen, man.
It's all right, man.
I'll have one later.
It hurts.
Mm-hmm.
It hurts, man. Listen. So, the Kyrie trade, that was, at first, I thought it was just a business move. I think it was a business move because usually when players demand trades, that's just screaming, pay me.
Mm-hmm.
That's just a little secret business move that NBA players got around going to league. So when he left, I'm like, oh, he actually left. And then he went to the Mavs, and then I personally think him and Luka have the potential to be the best backcourt in the NBA, just because they're just special offensive talents, and the pure factor that Kyrie Irving is a great spot-up shooter, that will allow Luka to not be worried about, oh my God, can he have the ball? Should I have the ball? Even though it didn't really play into last night because they had a little debacle.
Oh, yeah, I was about to mention.
In that last game, the last seconds of the game. But, so that happened. So at this point, I'm already, like, my emotions going all over the place because now I have to write for this, for the Nets now. So, like, now I have to, like, think about this. What is my boss thinking? Like, it was crazy. So now I'm just saying, I'm watching a movie, I'm trying to calm down. My phone goes off. Shams, Woj, Kevin Durant has been traded to the Phoenix Suns. I'm like, Josiah, why would you let this go on even further? So he gets traded to Phoenix Suns. Now I'm petrified because now the Nets have no chance of getting any. They could go to the playoffs now, but I thought early in the season, I thought they had a good chance of going to the finals. Me personally,
right.
Aside from being a Nets fan, they were working really well together. But as we know, they were very unhappy. Now KD, Chris Paul, and Devin Booker are now a three-way tandem, and now it's looking bad. What I will say, though, for the Brooklyn Nets culture, it's not totally bad. We have a lot of length, and Mikal Bridges, Cam Johnson, Dorian Finney-Smith, Nicholas Claxton. We have a lot of length and defensive potential. They put on a clinic these last few games, but we have too many, to put this in easy terms, we have too many players that are the same type of style.
Oh, my God. I thought I was the only one that was thinking that.
Yeah. Cam Johnson, Mikal Bridges, Dorian Finney-Smith are the same player.
Like Royce O'Neal.
Royce O'Neal
all these guys like 6'6".
We have all these 3-and-D guys on one team. It's crazy.
The beauty of having KD and Kyrie and that whole group of players is that you have two scorers. You have Nicholas Claxton. Even though he was our only big man, he could fulfill the defensive potential and hold down the middle. We have shooters in Joe Harris and Seth Curry. It was kind of pretty spread out. We have Cam Johnson, Mikal Bridges, and Dorian Finney-Smith, Royce O'Neal, the same player. The only scores that we have really that could just get a bucket is Spencer Dinwiddie and Cam Thomas. But Jack Vaughn doesn't seem to want to play Cam Thomas the way he was doing against the New York Knicks. Spencer Dinwiddie was a ball hog the last game, which was painful to watch. It's just what Joe Tsai and the Nets organization have to do. For this next year, they have to learn how to balance out the roster, and they have to also know what young guys to play and what young guys to not play. We saw against the New York Knicks, Day'Ron Sharpe was playing pretty good. Cam Thomas, he has been a big factor for the Nets the past couple games. He got 3 straight 40-point games.
Yeah.
He's a bucket. And then we have to know what we're gonna do with Joe Harris. Joe Harris, he went from scoring 6 threes to only getting a 1 shot this past game.
It's a rough contract.
It's a rebuilding is tough, man. I didn't think we would see it this soon, but it's gonna be a tough. It's gonna be a tough next couple months, man.
I think y'all bounce back. I think the Nets will bounce back, man. I think it's just right now, and to hear things right now after the trade is like, man, the Suns really won this trade, and it's like, yeah, on paper it looks good, but let's just give it the next couple months after All-Star break.
We did good. I'm excited. Even though we're rebuilding, I am excited to see what this team does because even though we have to work out some things, I do like this team for what it did turn out to be. So I'm excited to see what the future holds, man.